If you like fish, then you like salmon. Some call it the chicken of the sea, at least I do. It's not just tuna, guys. Stick around and learn how to make the best salmon. Let's go. So, I don't have a fillet right out the gate, so I'm gonna make my own fillet. Fillet, whatever you wanna call it. Just find a nice piece and cut it like so. If you already bought it pre-filleted, perfect. We're gonna season it like always, very simply, salt and pepper, guys. Be generous with the salt, be generous with the pepper, how you doing? Anyways, get the pan up to medium temp as always, and let's let that rock for a hot second there. And now that we're up to temp, let's drop some butter in, guys. Butter works great. You can use olive oil, you can use most oils or fats, that works fine. So roughly we're cooking each side about 4 to 8 minutes. It really depends on the thickness, like all of our meats that we're doing in the pan. I'm throwing in a little bit of dill on top of that salmon just for some aesthetics, but also just to add a nice little flavor accent. We're gonna wait for the colors of the salmon to change. And you'll notice from top to bottom, the color will start changing as it is cooking in the pan. In the meantime, let's go ahead and prep our butter garlic lemon sauce. You can also call it a dressing. But anyways, get your garlic cloves, crush those puppies up, and let's flip. It's been about 4.5 minutes now. We're gonna flip and we're gonna give some love to the other side because that skin is looking crispy. It's crispy, guys, and we like crispy. If you don't like crispy, you're not in the right place. I'm sorry. Anyways, we don't want to flip it back and forth too much, but really what I'm doing here is just observing the color on each side. But generally speaking, we want to do about 4.5 minutes on each side, roughly. You kind of got to eyeball it based off the color and the thickness of your fillet. Anyways, handful of cilantro in the meantime. And of course, some of that good old fresh dill in the meantime. Those go into the food processor along with the garlic. So all 3 of those ingredients go into the food processor. And we're just gonna make a beautiful marriage of flavors, guys. You can use about half a lemon. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little too lemony, so take it down a little bit if you want. Just use 1/4 of a lemon if you're not a super huge fan of lemon. It was very tasty still, but just a little bit strong on the lemon side of things, if you know what I'm talking about, how you doing. So ballpark it. You know your flavor preference better than I do. So the skin looks fantastic, nice and crunchy. Now we're gonna throw in about 1/4 stick of butter. I know there's already butter, we're not eating all of it. This is gonna go into our beautiful marriage of flavors, AKA the sauce, the butter, garlic, lemon sauce. So, you know, and it's also at the same time making that piece of salmon just so much more creamy. Anyways, salmon is looking great, guys. We're gonna get ready to plate it fairly soon, but we're gonna do one more check. Okay, let's see. Final flip. Finish it off for good luck, guys. We're just observing the color here. Just make sure, you know. Also, you don't have to squirt the lemon juice in. I was just being extra. This is a total optional thing. Anyways, so one more flip. Boom. Oh, guys. Oops. How you doing? Sometimes we make mistakes in the kitchen. Anyways, salmon looks beautiful. Plate that salmon and let the butter cool down just a tiny bit. That butter's hot, guys. So I'm adding white wine because I like the flavor accent that it adds. You definitely don't have to. This is super optional. Especially the white wine vinegar. If you don't like the vinegary dressing flavor, then don't use vinegar or white wine. Just stick to everything else in the ingredients except for those 2. And if you do that, you'll get a nice buttery garlic lemon sauce. I just happen to make mine a little more acidic and vinegary because I like that. Anyways, cool down the butter and let it go into the food processor. I mean, come on, how you doing? Throw it into the food processor, blend it up, and you have a beautiful butter, garlic, lemon sauce or dressing, depending on if you use the white wine vinegar or white wine. And if you don't use those 2 ingredients, you'll get a much richer and garlicky flavor. This is how you make a perfect salmon and top it off with a beautiful sauce. Anyways, if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Cheers.